amazing people, so many amazing giants that are leading the way for each and every one of us every day. So before I say anything else, I think I would just like us all to give all of these leaders, yourselves, and those that are not with us today a round of applause. Now, I would like to thank a couple people before I get started into this talk, and I really am inspired by the Jackson Public School System Commissions. So thank you, and thank you for this beautiful opportunity and the amount of energy and efforts that you give to every student in this building and those that are not with us. I also would like to thank Colonel Paul Willis for this honor, for his leadership, and his lovely wife, Dorothea. I'd also like to give special recognition to Dr. Leslie Leonard. She is the first African-American PhD computer scientist. I believe she does a lot of work with this system, and I look forward to meeting her. I would like to give special thanks also to Dr. Frederick Murray, the superintendent. Thank you for this opportunity today and everything that you do. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the Lamont Scott Group, who actually brought me here and allowed me with this opportunity. So thank you, Ben and Cynthia Menifil. Now, I want to tell you guys a little bit about me, but before I do that, I just have this thing that I do every time I step into a room. And I do this thing because I feel that sometimes in order to receive, you have to be present. And so I want you guys to just stand up with me, and I would like you to repeat a couple things after me. And I promise it won't take too long. So we're going to say a few things, just a few things, and I'm going to say it, and I ask you to repeat it after me. We are. I am. Great. Woo. Let's do it again. Let's do it again with a little bit more energy. We are. I am. Great. Woo. All right. All right, please have your seats. Take your seats. Now, I know you guys are like, what was that, right? Like, that was crazy. But don't you feel good? I mean, don't you feel good? Like, it's just something about saying those words. And when you say them, you mean them. You mean them. You mean what you're saying, right? So it makes you feel good. And so that's something that I do on those days that I wake up and I'm really not feeling like doing anything. I say those things. I say, we are, I am, great. And I say it until I get up out of bed. I say it until I'm like, oh, hit the snooze. No, I'm not going to hit the snooze. I'm going to say these words because I've got to get up and get my day started. So you guys have heard a little bit about me, and I just want to say quickly that, you know, first off, a little bit about me is I'm a Southern girl. A lot of people, they judge you by how you look, but I'm really from the South, okay? I'm actually from Waycross, Georgia, which is the town, I don't know if many of you know, but it's where the Okefenokee Swamp is, and it is truly the South, okay? And I grew up just like many of you, or maybe not like many of you, where I had a mother who did her best. She was not always perfect. There was days that I actually thought, man, this cannot be my family. I did not land here because I just didn't think anything like what my mom thought. And, you know, I honestly, I will tell you, it was discouraging. I watched my mother want to be married time after time, and I wondered, why is she looking for love in all the wrong places when I'm right here, me and my sister? we're right here. But, you know, the thing is that I think the days and ages that our parents grew up in, it's a lot different than the days that we live in today. So one thing that I wanted to share with you all about that is that our parents, they do what they can. I'm not very old, but I'm a little older than most of you, but I'm still very young, and my mother is still very young. And I will say to you all that when you have those moments and you notice when your parents are just like, man, why is she on my case? Why is she giving me such a hard time? She's doing it because she loves you. I am now a mother of 3. Actually, I'm a mother of 5 because I have 2 additional blessings in my family. My husband, that you all know, Willie Jones, he actually is a U.S. Army veteran. He was a part of the 101st Airborne Division, and he actually served in Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Yeah, whoa, yeah. He actually did a lot of time down in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, so I know that's very near here. So without this man, I will tell you that I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't have the family that I have today. He and I both were groomed in the JROTC program, and I would encourage anybody and everybody to be a part of this amazing experience. This experience growing up, I was a part of it in my senior year of high school. I was actually a teen that I almost lost my way. I was encouraged by some people that were not necessarily really good people. And I thought they were, because I thought they loved me and they gave me that attention maybe that my mom didn't give me. And so I found myself swaying to do things that necessarily were not the right things to do. They were not ethical. And it wasn't until I met the colonel that ran the program at Roswell High School that he brought me into the program. He told me about the Air Force, and I was actually on my way to the Air Force because the program changed my life. It allowed me to really look back and say, you know what? Do you respect yourself? Because if you respected yourself, you wouldn't allow yourself to be around the people that you know they're not encouraging you to do good things. So it taught me respect. And I still today am encouraged by this. I have a husband, of course, you know, once in the Army, you're always in the Army, what they say. So my husband is always very militant and always keeping me on track. He has great discipline, and he definitely encourages me. So I will say to you all, especially the men here in this audience, please, even after you leave this program, don't leave and forget about the JROTC learnings and the experiences that you had. You will meet someone one day, and that woman or that man will then lean on you for the encouragement to get you through. And so I just had to give you guys that bit of tip. My husband couldn't be here today, and he sends his regrets. We have a lot of children, I told you, so it's not easy finding babysitters. But if any of you all move to Atlanta, let me know. So I think, you know, part of my message today and is about, you know, getting through the storm and just being yourself and being okay with being unique and diverse. As you see today in the world, especially around computer science and STEM, it is all about diversity. And the reason why it's about diversity, and diversity, I don't mean the color of your skin. I mean that you could be in a room with people of your same skin tone, and guess what? You have no diversity in the room. And the reason why you wouldn't have any diversity in the room is because everybody in that room that's the same color of you as you, they think just like you. And that's not a good thing, right? So when we're in a room and there's a different perspective that you have, we often tend to lean towards, well, let me just say what everybody else is saying because I don't really want to be the sore thumb. I don't really want to be that person that everybody's like, well, why would she say that? She's not agreeing with everyone. But I'm here to tell you today that at Microsoft, I'm looking for the person that's willing to be different. When I hire, in different markets and I'm looking for a new software engineer, I'm looking for someone that's willing to tell me something different about a solution, about a product that nobody else can think of or even dream of. And so enhance that diverse thought that you have. Enhance when you're the only person in the room that's willing to stand up for what's right. Because I guarantee you that that diversity will take you much further than those people that are in the room that are just agreeing with everyone else. See, I was not that person ever. I was not the popular person in school, by no means. As a matter of fact, I got ran home being called an Indian and being taunted about the color of my skin. Okay? So I think that no matter who you are, no matter what's your ethnic background, we all encounter some level of discrimination in some way, and we are not appreciated for the diversity that we bring to the table. But we can channel that and we can use that now in the world that we live in to be something great, to be greatness, to give back, to create something for your children and your children's children. Okay? That is truly my mission every single day that I wake up. My driving force, my why, and I mean the capital letter Y, is my family and my future. And it's trying to do whatever I can to make sure that they don't have to experience the life that I experienced and the road and the journey that I had to take to get here. It was a very long journey, you guys, I might add. I've had a lot of jobs, a lot. And when I say a lot, I really do mean a lot, okay? I was one of those kind of people that I refused to take no for an answer. At the age of, I believe, 20, I was in college. And I went to DeVry University and got a great education. But during my journey at DeVry, I actually thought that halfway through, I didn't need to graduate because I had landed this job and I was making $35,000 a year. I thought I was rich. Oh my goodness. I was like, later for this. I'm not working anymore and going to school and trying to have all these jobs and tired. I'm done. So guess what? I stopped school. I stopped. And so I was in that job for about maybe 8 months. And then after about 8 months, something happened. You know what happened? The job that I was working in, they lost the contract. And guess what? They laid me off because I was the one in the room that did not have a degree. And that was I was actually a technical support rep. I thought that was an amazing job, and it is a good job. And they laid me off. And you know what I did? You know what I did, right? Yeah. I ran right back to DeVry. Like, please take me back. And I completed my degree. And I will tell you that I stand here today as the first person in my family on both my mother and my father's side that ever attended college, let alone graduated. And that was not an easy journey, but it was well worth it, and I wouldn't change any of the struggles that I went through to get through that. So I stand here today, and I encourage you all to take responsibility of your future. Be accountable for what you do from day to day. It's important, it matters, and I'm telling you, you think about it right now, a split decision that you make can change the rest of your life very quickly. So in those moments, as you now, I know many of you are at the ages where you're getting licenses, you're driving, and you're doing all these things, and then we have now the social media, and we have the technology, and you're like, you know what, I'm becoming a very technical person because I'm really good on social media. I know how to multitask, I know how to type fast on this phone, and I can talk to about 10 or 15 different people at one time. Well, I'm here to tell you that does not make you technical, okay? That makes you a high risk when you're driving. And that makes you a person that's not able to pay attention to a conversation that's happening right in front of you. So I tend to want to one day start this thing where I start an annual day that says no media. But I actually, before that becomes official, and that's one of my dreams, I would like to challenge each and every one of you all to take one day a week. I'm telling you, this will make a difference in your whole entire life. You take one day a week and you put your phone down. You do not get on the internet. You do not pick up the cell phone. You do not touch any of that. Yeah. And I know you guys are like, oh my God, tell this girl to sit down. Who is she? Tell her to go away. But I'm saying that to you all because I care. I care about each and every one of you all, and I guarantee you, you will find that on that day that you do that, you will be so productive. You will accomplish things that you thought that you would never get done because you made the commitment to yourself to disconnect from the grid. And when I say the grid, I mean the grid, okay? So one thing I want to tell you all about, and that I really want you to really think about what I just said, is because every day you pick up that phone. I work for Microsoft and I deal with emerging technologies that includes artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, Power BI, you name it. If it's advanced, I pretty much have something to do with it. But I'm going to tell you, every time you pick up that phone, you are giving information for free to every service provider that you are using. And they are learning everything about you, and it's free. You're giving them free data on your diverse mind, on the way you think. And I guarantee you, we are collecting it, we are using it, and you're not getting a dime for it. Okay? So I really want you to really think about what I just said. This is something they're never going to tell you. But everything you do, you are creating a picture of who you are. And one day, when I look you up, and if you become a graduate from Yale, Harvard, Stanford, MIT, Air Force Academy, U.S. Army, the Marines, right? Just a few good ones, right? They are all, and he's right. He's actually right. Georgia Tech, as a matter of fact, does a lot of business with the U.S. Army. They do a lot of business with Marines. They're creating technology that's for tomorrow that's going to be used in 10 years. So he's right. But every data point, everything that you do, we're watching. They're watching. Okay? So what you give them to watch is going to be totally your responsibility. In the future, as you all know, Microsoft just bought LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is a portal that many of the youngsters probably don't use yet. But you will probably in the future. I know you guys like Snapchat and Yammer and, oh no, okay, not Yammer, okay. No to hashtag Yammer. But you guys, Facebook maybe, I don't know. But there's something else to come, I'm sure. You'll be on something in another 6 months. It'll be a new platform out. And you need to ask yourself, when that new platform comes out, do you want to be a part of that story? Do you want to be a part of someone knowing your every move, your daily function, what motivates you, what doesn't motivate you, what you like, what words you use? What can they use to make you mad? Because I see when you get mad, and I see what language you use. So, do you want them to really know that much about you? You really have to ask yourself that question, is it that important? Is it that important? So, that is one of those things that I just had to tell you all. But I will tell you all that in spite of it, the reason why you want to really lean in on STEM and computer science career options is because you want to be on the creator side of the business. You don't really just want to be on the customer side. And if you learn this skill and you learn big data and you learn data science. These are, you heard me, I said big data and data science. I'm gonna say it again, big data and data science. If you learn these things, and you can, you will put yourself in a position where you're now creating what will and will happen for your kids in the future. But if you choose to go into something else that's not around that, then you're going to be a part of the customer base. You're going to be a part of what they use to create new research and development like you all are right now. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, by the way, from Microsoft for your, your data. So, you know, I just wanted to tell you all that bit of information. And, you know, I don't know if you guys, how many of you all know about the cartoon, The Jetsons? Yeah? Okay, all right. Well, that cartoon was the reason why I fell in love with technology early on in my life. And I'll tell you that that cartoon was way before its time. But I'll tell you, the day and the age that we're in right now, you better pay attention to that cartoon. If you want to pull up those YouTube videos, check it out. It's going to tell you what you need to know and how you're going to make money in the future. So if you can come up with some ideas and some designs and some products that provides some things like what you see in the Jetsons, then you're on your way. I will tell you that there'll be no one that doesn't give you a job. Everybody will be begging you for a job, okay, or to take their job. And I think those are some of the key things that I wanted to deliver and I wanted to share with you all today. I would just prefer you all to don't turn into a social media expert. Okay? Social media expert is not going to get you paid. Okay? Turn into someone that wants to innovate and that wants to enhance your brilliant mind. Start focus groups. One thing that we do at Microsoft that we're working with, we're going to work with Ben and Colonel on, is at Microsoft we do this thing every year. It's a major competition all around the world. And I happen to lead just the North American region, which is the largest in the world. But we do this thing called Imagine Cup. You can Google that. I know you guys are really good with that. So you can Google Imagine Cup. And you can learn all about it. And what it does is it allows you to develop something, to use some code, to use some APIs that Microsoft has on our website, to be able to create a new innovation, a new product. I know that you guys work a lot with Ole Miss. And thank you, Ms. Joy, for that nice keynote. And you work a lot with Jackson State University. Inside of those universities, they have, I'm sure, entrepreneurship programs where they develop capstone projects and they work on new innovation. I would tell you all in high school, I would pair up with someone there that's coding and developing and submit a project to the Imagine Cup program. We give away $100,000 to the first place winner and a one-year mentorship with our CEO, Satya Nadella. So it is an amazing program, one that I don't think you all have ever heard of, but I'm here today to let you know that if anyone comes up with a team and a product, I'm all in support of making sure that you get the visibility and your product is able to compete with everyone from around the world. So I look forward to, as I close, I look forward to you all dreaming big dreams and also to being excited about the college options that you have out here these days. I'm at Yale and Stanford and Harvard, and I will tell you, I don't see many people that look like me and you. So I will say that it is our responsibility to apply, to get help, to apply. And you never know when they pick you up. So I want to show you a quick snippet, just something that just honestly just touches my heart every time I watch it, and I want to share it with you all. Let's play the clip. There's no volume. We restart?
Yeah. You up there. Or not.
Green, I think this is it.
That's it.
All right, let's go.
All right, we've already prayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the video.
Round two, y'all. And we stay in round two.
I want that same energy, guys. Come on.
Let's get it.
You got to move your head.
Yeah!
So that is amazing, right? That is amazing. So I showed this to you all. Yeah, that was awesome. So I showed this video to you all today with hopes that you know that the impossible is possible. And that the impossible only becomes what you, in your mind, restrict yourself to believe. And so I leave you all with these great stories of these students, and this is just recent this year. These videos are from this month. I leave you all with, don't you want to feel like that? Oh my, I know I wish I would have felt like that. And I want the best for you all, and I want you all to feel like that. So just remember, I am great. And always remember that you can be whatever it is in life that you want to be. So dream big dreams. Thank you.